Peace, what's good? It's Ali coming at you with another video. In this video, I'm going to address one of the questions that I've received often, many times, about the Ancestor altar. And the question is, what do I do about an Ancestor altar if I do not know my ancestors? This is a very good question. I understand that a lot of people have been adopted or raised by families that wasn't directly tied with their bloodline. So this video is going to help you drastically improve your altar game and put just some of the questions that you have at ease. So what do we do when we don't know our bloodline or we don't have our ancestors in our lives? What do we do about that? Now, the one thing I'm going to recommend first off, if you know your last name, then that is good enough. One of the things you can do for your ancestral altar is, instead of putting pictures and stuff like that, you can also put a book and write the name of your ancestors on it. So say for instance that you know of a few of your family members, ancestors, and you don't have a picture or anything, you can write their name in a book. So for instance, if your last name is Smith, you know your Uncle John, then you can write John Smith in a book. Aunt Tabitha Smith in a book. You know, whatever ancestors that you know their names that's in the spirit realm, you can write their name in a book. You can also do this even if you know your ancestors by writing your name on a book. Or you can write it on a postcard. You know, you can just write their name on the ancestor altar. Now that's if you know individuals' name. Now if you do not know individuals' names in your bloodline, then you can just write their last name on a piece of paper or write a book. For instance, my last name is Myers. So if I didn't know anyone in my bloodline, none of my ancestors, I could just write Myers family on a notepad or a piece of paper or in a notebook and sit it on the altar. Those are two ways that you can address things. If you know the ancestor's name, write their names down. If you don't know their name, then write your last name down. Now, if you were adopted and you have no clue what your last name was, is, and you don't know any ancestors, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. But you can also state something. So you don't have to have anything like as far as a picture or write their name down. You can just have something that represents family. Maybe like a family tree. So maybe get like a bonsai tree. That bonsai tree will symbolize your family lineage. You have to be creative. An altar is this representation of what's in your consciousness, in your subconscious. You can create anything. So if you want to put like a symbol or something, just put a little bonsai tree or put some sort of roots or a plant that can represent your lineage. But this is an important thing, and this would apply for anybody that have any questions that deal with not knowing your bloodline, not knowing your ancestors, or not knowing everybody like that. When you give your offering, which I recommend you do every day, when you give your offering, you can state something like, this is for all my ancestors, both known and unknown. This is for all my ancestors, both known and unknown. When you state something like that, you're addressing your bloodline. Even if you don't know them consciously, there's still a higher part of yourself that knows everybody that you've ever incarnated with and everybody tied directly to your bloodline. So this should put a lot of people at ease when dealing with the ancestor altar. If you do not know your ancestors, we'll give you some tips in this video that will help you tremendously. If you want to find out more about myself and what we do, be sure to check out our website, thirdeyeactivation.com. If you're into altars and you want to know how to step your altar game up, I'm doing the next altar magic workshop in about 4 weeks. So if you're interested in that, make sure to click on online workshops on our website, thirdeyeactivation.com. Until next time, peace.